Fury Joshua takes place in May? You got a busy May.
Well, it could be in June, but
Okay.
yeah.
So you got it, y'all. Oh, hold up, Bob. Y'all got a date already? Then y'all got a date, a venue, because you just said no, it's in June. So you got a date and a venue already, and a location.
No, we have a location. That's true.
Do you mind?
A location that I'm not going to go into.
Come on, Bob.
We have we have a location.
What continent is it on?
We have a location, and we have to, as far as the date is concerned, we haven't zeroed in on the date, but it could be as late as June because it would give more time to solve the coronavirus problem.
Gotcha.
You know, by June, most people will be vaccinated. You can have quick tests now. So it's possible. I'm pretty sure. And then we'd, do the fight, a pay-per-view in the UK and pay-per-view, early evening in the United States.
I got a question. Have you ever went to mediation with Al Heyman before on a rematch?
On a what?
Have you ever gone to mediation with Al Heyman on a rematch prior to this Fury Wilder?
No.
Okay. Have you ever gone to mediation before with Shelly Finkel on a fight before a rematch?
I've been to mediation with Finkel, with Al, but never on a rematch.
Never on a rematch. Okay. Is this like an outlier type of experience? What's going on now with Wilder Fury 3, or is this pretty common? Would you say?
No, I don't know. I don't know whether it's common or not common. It is what it is. I mean, you go to mediation because you hope you can work a deal out, and the mediator could solve the deal. And if he doesn't want to fight Wilder, not now and not ever, there's nothing to mediate about. But let's see what happens.
So Bob said there's already a location, a place, and a date. Not in the UK now. Not in the UK. But there's a place for AJ versus Fury. Eddie Hearn also came out and said that it's almost a done deal, right? Now, that being said, how shocking is it that the biggest fight the UK is ever going to witness, supposedly on their side of the pond, is not going to be in their country? I mean, it's like having the Super Bowl not in the United States. It's like having a Super Bowl in the Middle East, when the Middle East don't even watch American football, right? They only watch soccer. Soccer over there is called football. So it's like hosting the Super Bowl over there in the Middle East. So what's your take on the biggest fight, Fury versus AJ, over there in the UK, not being hosted in the UK, but being hosted supposedly in the Middle East or somewhere around there? What's your thoughts on that and why?
I mean, it is unfortunate that for what's going on. The only reason I could think as to why they're not having that in the UK and the Wembley, like at Wembley, like everybody wants, is because of the pandemic that's going on right now. Because of what I'm not entirely sure. That's just from what I'm getting at. I mean, from what I heard, because I'm hearing that they're fighting twice. I heard the rematch for whoever wins the first fight is going to happen in the UK. I'm not saying that makes it better, but from what I heard, there is a plan to fight in the UK at one point. But it's like you said, I would prefer if they did fight in the UK to begin with, because this is the biggest British fight in boxing, regardless of people want to say. This is both the heavyweight division and two of the biggest stars that we've really had, other than like fighters like Lennox Lewis and other fighters. So I got to give props where props is due to those to having this fight as big as it's supposed to be. But at the same time, it's not the first time where we've had a huge fight like this happen somewhere else. I mean, like, you got to think of it like this: Ali versus Foreman wasn't in the United States either. So it's not too bad. But I see what you're saying, where we like it's the battle for UK. I see what you're saying though.
You say Frazier or Foreman? Did you say Frazier or Foreman?
Foreman.
Oh, Foreman, yeah. But that was in Africa, and obviously Ali,
he
was trying to do something different, and they offered a lot of money. The country was offering the money, but when it comes to AJ and Fury, now I gotta disagree with you. I just wanted to see what you were gonna say, but as far as that, see, when it comes to the pandemic, really, the pandemic is not the issue because the pandemic exists in the Middle East as well, and I know that because I was trying to actually go to Mecca anyway. I had that part of the plan, but because of the pandemic, it's extremely difficult to go to Saudi Arabia, and not just Saudi Arabia, but a lot of countries, because of the pandemic, there's no crowd. You see the UFC, they fight in the bubble still. Over there in Abu Dhabi, if I'm not mistaken, they still fighting in the bubble. And the same thing is going to be for AJ versus Fury. It ain't like they're going to have a crowd, right, in the Middle East. But the reason why the fight is not in the UK, what old media is not going to tell you is that Tyson Fury relinquished his license in the UK. I think it was last year or the year before that, in order to escape the UCOD.
Really?
Yeah, the UCOD case. Remember, Tyson Fury have relinquished his license, and he did it because he was facing an 8-year ban in the UK. So in order to be away from their reach, in order to escape the court and him being banned from the sport of boxing in general, what he did, he relinquished the license so they can't reach him no more, because he could fight in other countries in the United States and now in the Middle East. So now if they try to fight in the UK, he got to reapply for his license. So now the UCOD case is going to open back up. For the people that don't know, the UCOD case is the farmer, Martin Carefoot, who accused Tyson Fury of bribing him to lie in court. Now, what's a fact? This is not an allegation. That's a fact. Tyson Fury failed for steroids on 2 different tests. However, his excuse, he said in 2015,
was depression.
It wasn't depression. He said he ate a wild boar that was extinguished. So first of all, why are you eating a wild boar that's extinguished? Like a wild boar that's extinguished, they're not going to offer his meat for you to eat it unless you really did it on purpose. But we know that was just an excuse. That's why Martin Carefoot, the farmer who's 70 years old, he said he wanted to get out of his chest and tell the truth because he never had a wild boar. Matter of fact, he had to go to a different farm and take pictures with a wild boar that's extinguished in order to provide documents for the court. His name in the documents, and that's why UCOD used him to attack Tyson Fury again. And now it reopened the case, and now Tyson Fury is facing an 8-year ban. Now, the fact that he took steroids is not the reason why he's getting banned for 8 years. That's not the issue. He already faced a 2-year suspension back in 2016 for that and used the depression story as a cover-up. But the reason why that he facing an 8-year ban is because he bribed a man to lie in court. And we know that's a big deal. For you to bribe someone to lie in court, that's a case on another scale. So Tyson Fury, knowing the in and outs, like I said, only a cheater knows how to get away with cheating. He relinquished his license, and that's how he escaped the UCOD. He became beyond their reach. That's why the fight can't happen in the UK, and now it's happening in the Middle East because, like I said before, it's equivalence of having the Super Bowl, the NBA, in a country that don't even watch NBA or, football, so on and so forth, American football. And that's what's pretty much happening. Obviously, boxing is a sport. If the best fighting the best is a sport where anybody could watch, it's a fight at the end of the day. Someone is about to get hurt. You could look at it that way. But still, the fact that it's the biggest UK fight, it puts a black eye on that fight, knowing that it's not even in the UK. I mean, that's just a bad look. It's just to show you they had this fight in a UFC game. They announced this fight in 2020. Both of the teams agreed to fight each other when Wilder Trilogy fight was still on the table. So we knew what was taking place. Old media was trying, and they still trying to this day to make this fight happen. It don't matter what the cost. All that matters is for it to take place.
The Bible tells us that silence is golden. But my ears can still hear and my eyes can still see. The Bible also tells us to be swift to hear and slow to speak. You see, what you don't understand, thief, what you did is what my people deal with all the time. Someone cheating them from providing their greatness into the world. But it's a burden that we cut off only to make us stronger. A I saw in the first fight where Ricky Hatton was pulling down your gloves to put your fist in the improper position. Y'all tried the same method the second time, but this time you scratched flesh out of my ears, which caused my ears to bleed. It's impossible for a brand new 10-ounce glove to bend, to keep a smushed in form, or to have loose space. I highly believe you put something hard in your glove. Something the size and the shape of an egg weight. Here's the reason why the side of my face swelled up in an egg weight form. And it left a dent in my face as well. But in the midst of it all, you still couldn't keep this king down. You would have had to kill me. In the end, it took a crab in a bucket referee and a disloyal trainer to throw the towel in just to stop me. Proverbs, the 6th chapter 30, 31st says, excuses may be found from a thief who steals because he is starving. But if he is caught, he will have to pay back 7 times what he stole, even if he had to sell everything in his house. And payback is coming.
You need to be concerned because of where you're going in your career. Your manager should know about stuff like this and you really got to get I'm sorry to be a dick, but you got to get your manager on board with the entire thing. Because the entire camp, what kind of gloves he wears, like this is your manager's job to protect you. Like I'm supposed to protect you too, but what am I going to say to them? Hey guys, Tyson shouldn't have those gloves, it's unsafe. Barry, get the fuck out of camp.
Yeah, me too. I'll go home.
Yeah, but this.
I don't mind for 2 weeks. I've done enough.
Bro, not only these gloves beat up, you can I can tell. No, I can tell.
They pushed
that
it to the
they've
front.
been beating these gloves up on a wall or something. Look, you can see that from here.
I can't believe that. But I personally,
I'm shocked. This does shock me. Like it doesn't shock me.
Bro, I can't do
It
it.
shocks me.
No, but I don't think.
No, don't. Here, you make.
This is Tyson's shit, and these are his bag, his sparring gloves that we've been sparring with. As you can see, there's no fucking padding in here, and all the padding's in the back of his fucking glove. Look at that shit. I could touch my other side of my finger with this shit, and there's shit falling out from the middle of the glove. Does he know who the fuck I am? He must not know, does he? Does he? What? Oh, he does not know. Look at this shit, man. And then, hold on, these are the sparring gloves they told me they got for me. These thick ass, look at, hold on, let's see, watch the squeeze. Going nowhere. Going nowhere. Watch this shit.